I reckon you're here for two reasons. How far can the KUKIRIN G2 Max go, and just how fast is it? Okay, before we get into this review, full disclosure, KUKIRIN did send this out for me to review it, but they had no editorial control. They're not paying me to say this, and as per usual, at the end, I'm going to share with you a few of the issues I've got with it. So, all that said and done, let's talk about the specs. The G2 Max has got a 48 volt, 20 amp hour battery. That, when converted, essentially is almost one whole kilowatt hour, 1000 watt hours of energy in this thing. And it's capable of, get this, up to 80 kilometers of range. But there's always an asterisk there, isn't it? That's for a 60 kilogram person, not someone of my weight. So at the end of the video, I'm going to be pushing this thing right to the absolute exhaustion, and I want to see how far I can actually get on it. Up back here, up back, I'm pointing in the right direction, we've got a 1000 watt in-hub motor. This means that when you take it off the ground and you've got no weight on it whatsoever, at its highest speed, it can go up to 65 kilometers per hour. And please hold your thoughts, hold your comments, because I know about the legal stuff in Australia, but maybe look into this overseas and you can use it on private property and go as fast as you want to. So yeah, you want to go level 1, here's your top speed, level 2, and level 3. And again, that's unladen, so your actual result's going to vary. You've got 10-inch pneumatic wheels, an ultra bright headlight that is seriously very illuminating and very surprising how good that is. And it comes with a seat. Now, I haven't got it on here now, and that's because I took it off to be able to transport it here. And I think realistically, you're either going to be one or two people. You're going to have a seat, you're going to use it, or you're not. And for me, I prefer goofy foot, thank you very much, and I stand up. But, you know, you do you. This thing is very heavy with that massive battery, and I don't think it's really designed to be folded down and moved around very much, because this weight is a lot to pick up. It really is. Okay, with all that said and done, let's do an unboxing now and we'll get into some riding. You might get some chickens in the view. And I bet you it says on here, don't use knives. Okay. It's a box in a box. Tire pump. Multi-device kit. Oh, that is actually really good value. I'm going to keep that forever. Manual. Spare tube. Optional seat. I'm not going to use that. Charger. Let's have a check the specs. 56 volt, 2 amp, 109 watts. Not bad. All right, it's a big battery. I'd probably like to see that bigger. Big battery, long time to recharge. Just saying. I'm foreshadowing, aren't I? Seat. Again, if I use it. I guess if you're going to commute a long way, maybe it's a good idea. Oh, I'm changing my mind already. Oh, for want of a better term, one of those fanny pack sort of things that you see mounted. That is so daggy. No. Oh, Nelly. Yeah, I'm so strong. Where's the stand? Where's the stand? Stand, anybody? Oh, it'd be handy if I had a stand. Oh, there it is. Let's do my back in. Okay. .45 degree angle of the bars. So obviously how you ride the scooter will determine the angle of the bars here. I'm just guessing 45 degrees for the moment, but we can always undo this and redo it so that the grabbing is natural. Let's put this on. Picture says you install that bit towards the front. So let's do that now. One of the things I like about the G2 Max is it actually has a real key. So that's going to mean that you take this away, no one can be, well, using this in any useful fashion, can they? So you put your key in, turn that on, and then you press and hold the power button, and it lights up. Now, this display I think is okay. It's adequate. I wish it were brighter, the LCD, especially in this kind of semi-bright sunlight I'm getting here today with the intermittent sun. It's difficult to see. But that said, quick little tour of the cockpit. You've got your on-off power and the mode select, so 1, 2, or 3 for your different speeds. You've got a bit of a weird anorexic sounding horn. Yeah, okay, so be it. Indicators that, well, the link to the headlight system on this car, the lights rather, and there's 6 on them, so that's pretty impressive. But they're on the side of the scooter. So I think people behind you really can't see what you're intending. So I haven't actually used them that much. And the fact that they don't spring back to center means you forget that they're even on. So after about a kilometre, I forgot that I'd done that. And I go, oh, I've been indicating this whole time. I wonder if I've been confusing people. No, I didn't confuse no one, just myself, really. Above that, you've got your on-off for your headlight. And on the right side, throttle, and of course, brakes. Now, check out this really cool feature. If we've got some power going, this is the front brake, okay? Front brake. Now, watch this. I'm gonna brake it. Oh! And what's happening is, that's actually an electronic brake that's doing that braking for us. And it does help stop this scooter. Kinda. All right, let's go. All right, I'm currently level 1. And this screen is adjustable along with the handlebars. It's got 3 levels. So if you're a tall person, you can absolutely ride this with no worries whatsoever. The throttle is pretty good. It's got a lot of travel in it, so it means you can finesse your speed quite well. And it also has cruise control. So by holding it in one place for 6-7 seconds, it will actually lock in there, and then I can let go and it will keep going. When I got this scooter, and here's the thing, right? In Australia, or at least in Victoria, on roads, we are legally bound to 25 k's per hour, okay? On private property like this, I can go as fast as I want to, and I will do that in a moment. I asked them if it could be actually limited in any way, and the response was, I'll just use the cruise control. And look, the cruise control is fine, but it's really hard to get the right speed. So if I want to do 5 k's per hour, let's do 5 k's per hour. I've got to try to hold it at 5 k's per hour for that 7 seconds, keeping my throttle absolutely still. It's going to do it. It's getting close. It's getting close. It still hasn't done it. You see my problem here? So if I want to do the right thing on the roads, and I do, and I want to go 25 k's per hour, it's just, it's a bit frustrating. So I do wish there was a way that they could have this limited to 25 k's per hour, because that 1000 watt motor is awesome for steep inclines. And these wheels being pneumatic, they're also awesome. Means that we can do some off-roading like here. So let me push up to 2nd gear. don't know what speed I'm doing, but it's kind of feeling plenty fast enough for this area. There we go. We're going up a hill, folks, and I'm still going 28 k's per hour. Doesn't look like a hill to you, but believe you me, this is a hill. And look, cruise control's kicked in. Yay! All right, let's do level 3. Here we go. Down a hill, level 3. Absolutely crazy. All right, fun times, fun times. I think I saw 35 k's per hour there, folks. And again, I am heavy, so I'm not helping this thing whatsoever. The disc brakes are adequate. And the electronic brake, let's just try that now. Okay, it's not bad, it's not bad. I just do wish they would bite you, I really do. Because I think if you're pulling some significant speed in this thing, and you want to bring it to a complete stop, all right, here we go. I'm going. I need to stop emergency braking. Oh, okay, let's have a look. I can't tell where my skid started there. I really can't. Can you tell where I started the skid there? I have no clue. I think I started it somewhere. I can't. Let's go fast again. Level 3. And we're stopping. Oh, the tail got away from me. I don't know. The brakes are adequate. I think I'd love to see, probably in the back at least, a dual disc brake system, or on the front, but you've got to have skill. If you're going to brake using your front and back, you need to have skill. So just be conscious of that. Okay, so it's a fun mobile. It is a fun mobile. And look at this. I am doing some serious off-roading here, and it is doing it so well. So those knobbly tires, you can do this thing off-road. How awesome is that? All right, cool fun. All right. Join me on a cold winter's morning. I kid you not, it's 2 degrees, and I really felt it on this ride, where I go from my home to work and back to test out how far you can get the G2 Max. Along the way, you'll see different moments where I show you the odometer and battery, so make sure you check those 2 things, and yeah, watch what happens next. Okay, work is done, time to ride home. Battery is less than 50%, and I've got the same distance to do it back home. And this is now going to go uphill by about 200 meters over the entire journey. So I hope I do not run out. I'm going to treat it the same speed, all that sort of stuff, and fingers crossed I get there. Otherwise, if I don't, there is like a train stations nearby, so I'll be able to walk this and get home that way. I've reduced my speed because I want to be able to get there on the one charge. We're almost halfway home, but the next station is like a good 4 kilometers away, and that battery bar meter is getting dangerously low, so I have reduced speed. I've got hope. We can do this. There's just positive thoughts. That's all we need. Positive thoughts.
Few moments later.
Every time I go up an incline, the battery bar goes down to like 1. In fact, now it's at 1 and I'm pretty much on a flat surface. And when I was going up some inclines, it was slowing down. It wasn't doing that before when I had a good SATA battery. I'm just about to go past Sunshine Station, and at least now the stations are closer together. But I've still got like 5-6 kilometers to go. And at least now, if I run out of juice, the stations are closer together, so that'll be good. But I'm just getting a bit anxious about it all. I've decided to stop because the battery symbol was flashing. I'll try to get that if I can, but now that I've actually pulled up near the nearest station, it stopped flashing, of course. So I think that's official. I'll call it at 40 kilometers for a heavier rider who may or may not have been going faster than 25 k's per hour. So there you go. It quit. There we go. 41 kilometers. And that headlight is is great, very bright, but it's, what's it doing pointing up there? So there you have it, 42 kilometers with someone of my weight, not caring too much about what speed I was doing, 25 k's per hour, yeah. Now, a few notes. First of all, do not do what I just did to the battery. Never ever run it down to absolute zero like I did. It's a good way to destroy your battery. So yeah, I did it just to see really how far it could go. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so what I love about this scooter is, well, its build quality is excellent. Great value proposition, massive 1000 watt hour battery, that 1000 watt motor. It's all very good range, great suspension, ride and handling, and the seat, by the way, has actually got some springs in it as well. So between the suspension down here and the seat itself, it's a very comfortable ride even over speed humps. Very impressive indeed. And I think this is going to be well suited to people who need to commute to and from home to work and back, say, and maybe your Uber Eats delivery drivers. But that brings us to the issues I've got with this, is at the top speed of it. If you've got a private property like this and you can do some shenanigans, or you live in a country where top speed is not an issue, great. You're going to have a lot of fun with this, and it's a great value proposition. No other scooter I know can actually provide this much range and power at this price point. But for Victoria, at least in Australia, I'd like to have an option that I can speed limit this to 25 k's per hour. The second thing is, it's very slow to charge. Now, KUKIRIN will tell you it's 10 to 11 hours to fully charge this, and the example I gave you before, I wouldn't do that normally. I'd take a charger with me and top it up whilst it's at work so I could get home easily. But if you're doing more than that, I don't know, if you were 60 kilograms and you did more than 80 k's per day, first of all, I salute you. And second of all, it's just too slow to recharge it. And the other issue I have with is the display. Is the LCD is not near bright enough, and weirdly, there's a battery meter on there and it seems accurate, that's great, but there's a voltage meter on here telling me the state of the battery in terms of volts. Okay, I don't care for volts, to be honest. I'd rather know in kilometers what distance I have remaining in the battery. That would be a lot more helpful than showing me that. Now, I'm pretty certain I haven't stuffed around with the settings to make it show that, but you can do some settings on this thing, but you know, there you go. But again, between that powerful motor, able to easily go up hills, so if you've got that massive hill near your place, don't worry about it. This can absolutely do it, it really can. And today, just gallivanting around this property, thanks James, appreciate it. I've been up to like 45 k's per hour today. That's insane. That is, anyway, again, ride to your skill levels, appreciate other people around you, and always stay safe, folks, okay? So, if you found this video useful, you know what you can do? There might be a referral link below. Use that. Maybe there's a coupon code down there. I'm not very sure. Again, KUKIRIN didn't have an editorial control over this whatsoever. Subscribing helps out. Commenting, sharing this with that person you know who actually is in the market for one. Super thanks is welcome. Ko-fi for early access and behind the scenes. And otherwise, YouTube thinks maybe one of these videos is something that you want to see right now. So go check them out. And again, thanks to KUKIRIN for making this possible. I love scooting. It's a lot of fun. And I've enjoyed my time with the scooter. So yeah, all right. I'll see you soon.